Good morning. This message is for Steve Saunders. My name is Attorney Deb Jaycott. I've been retained by Mr. Smith to represent him with regards to injuries he sustained as a result of a fire on your property. Just calling to touch base with you. I believe you called my office on Friday. My phone number here, 860-525-3101. And again, my name is Deb Jaycott. Thank you. Bye.
To replay this message, press 1. To delete, press 7. To return the message sender's call, press 8. To save, press 9. For more options, phone number 1-860-525-3101. Dialing. Please wait. To return to your mailbox, press the pound sign twice. Dialing. Please wait. To return to your...
Yes, is this a Deb?
I'm sorry?
Is this Deb, I think?
No, this is Howard Cohen, Sprague and Fitzgerald.
Right. So someone left a message. I thought she said her name was Deb, that your law firm was hired by Ryan Smith for an injury sustained in a fire, was the message left to me. So I'm returning the call.
And your name, sir?
Steve Saunders.
Hold on, please. We appreciate your call and your patience while waiting for assistance. We'll be with you as soon as possible. Hi, Steve. It's Attorney Deb Jaycott. How are you?
Good. It sounded like you said Attorney Deb. Did I get the first name right? Deb?
Yep, D-E-B, Deborah.
Okay, good. It was almost like the lady on the phone was like, yeah, no. I'm like, no, I'm calling you right
That sounded like it sounded like a receptionist and everything.
Well, she was like, I think you're calling the wrong place. This is a law firm. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He was dead.
Yeah, there's only one Deb here, so, that's fine. I'm surprised about the confusion. Did you get my letter?
A letter? So the post office tampered with my mail that they shouldn't have.
Okay.
So the postmaster got relocated. The girl that was actually the conduit of tampering with my mail got fired. And because I tried to raise a stink, I'm not allowed to go into the post office. So, no, I did not get your letter.
Okay. So then how did you find out about me?
Because it left a pink slip on there. And usually when you have to sign for something, it's usually something legal. And when I saw the last name, which was definitely different, Kahn, I figured I know. My attorney in court said that Ryan had hired an attorney, so it wasn't too hard to connect the dots.
Got it. No, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so my letter basically says I've been retained by Ryan with respect to injuries that he suffered as a result of that fire on your property. So this is not in connection with the criminal case. This is in connection with the civil claim. Now, did you have homeowners insurance at the time?
Well, for starters, it's not my property.
Okay. So whose property is it?
Well, that would be up to you to investigate for, but it's not my property. Next, there is body cameras that he attacked me in front of a witness at my campfire where I am currently staying. Just trying to give you a little heads up. Since that time, he's been trying to play the victim. Oh, so to back up a little bit, Mr. Smith was living in his car because he had beat up a woman and had a restraining order out put against him, which I didn't find out until after I tried to help him, let him live with me in my floor. Well, my floor, at the apartment I'm renting on the first floor. So I let him go in there, and then he was like, I need more privacy, blah, 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 blah. So I'm on I guess what you would call what do you call those leases where you take care of everything as long as you keep everything up and running? Fucking my loss of words for the type of lease I'm on. So I've got to pay for, keeping the property up to date, making sure everything is fine, cover everything, and then I'm allowed to stay there. But I don't know why it's slipping me as the type of lease. Because I actually did it with tenants when I had a property in Prospect. But anyhow, so he was at a campfire with myself and a young lady, and it was 10 o'clock, and I'm like, it's time for me to go to bed. Where's my phone? So the young lady I was with called it, and he answered it. And he's sitting right to the right of me. I'm like, what are you doing on my phone? What are you doing? Are you trying to hide something from me? I'm like, no, I want my phone. You trying to get with my girl? I says, no. So he got up, left the area, went into the house where he texted me, which I didn't get the text until after he attacked me. So he texted me. I received the text at 10:18 p.m. And the text was, it's not going to be as easy to get me out of here as it was the other individual. So he's marching and storming down the sidewalk, confronts me, gets aggressive with me. He's 50 pounds heavier than me, 9 years younger than me, and brags about how he runs people over as a football star, which you can see on his Facebook page. So anyhow, when we struggled with each other, he approached me literally with my back up against a bench. And when we went to the ground, he ended up in the fire pit. So, little did I find out. So now he turned around. Before that, he wanted what he called more space to get from downstairs to the upstairs, where I am remodeling it for the corporation. Also, that's part of my free rent to get in there is, taking care of things. So I'm remodeling the upstairs for the corporation, and he's like, I'll go up there. I'm an electrician. I'll take care of things. I'll have this ready and all fixed for you by Halloween, as long as, and I'll take care of you. Thank you for getting me out of my car, living in my car. So now he starts destroying the place. I see he left a bottle there of all sorts of pills spread out along the desk, which I have a photo of. Apparently he's on methadone, which I'm unaware of that he was on methadone. And you can smell the drugs that he's doing on the next floor down. So now he wants to cry wolf after attacking me. The officer only arrested me because he thought, for some reason, that we were related or it was a domestic. Come to find out, it's not a domestic. We're not married. So he wrongfully freaking categorized it. Then he turned over. There was a lady officer there that told my female date, of course both parties are going to get arrested. Then on camera, on video chest camera, my date said Ryan attacked him. He started it. And the cop said to her on the chest cam, yeah, but Mr. Saunders finished it. Well, hello? So I was totally appalled that I was attacked in front of a witness, and they only arrested one party. So that part I am not happy with at all. So
is this the body camera you're referring to that's on the cops, right?
The body camera's on the cop with the witness saying that Ryan attacked me. Now, I have another video. So when Ryan came back to get his belongings, he was threatening me, jumping up and down outside of my door, which I videotaped it all and gave it to my attorney in Litchfield. So I can give you my email. I can send you that video as well. He's trying to act like
that was before or after this happened?
After this happened. About a month and a half after this happened, he came over to because there's two different entrances to the house. There's an entrance upstairs. Well, there's actually three. You can access the downstairs to the upstairs. It's a one-family building. So he decided to separate himself from downstairs to upstairs by putting items on a hatch so that he can come upstairs and downstairs and utilize all the facilities.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So when he's on the phone, he admits in his police report that he was on my phone trying to see if I was trying to get with his girl. At the same time, he has an active restraining order out on him that he's not allowed to stalk her. So now I'm pissed that he tells this to the police and they don't arrest him for violating a restraining order. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? You're literally saying in the report that he's, on my phone looking at his girl trying to see if I'm trying to get with her, when that is in fact stalking. So it's like, oh my God. So his legs, I don't know if he ever comes in or anything, but he was telling me, which in hindsight's 2020, his legs were all messed up and bleeding, and he was saying it was because mosquitoes were biting him. Well, then why aren't the mosquitoes biting all of your body and just your legs? So this is where he's hiding his shots with his addiction to heroin, which is sad. You know, I've known him for 30 years.
Let me ask you this. How do you two even know each other? Like, how did you guys meet to begin with?
I used to own a country club in Prospect, Connecticut, 24 Plank Road, Prospect, Connecticut. Unfortunately, the powers to be there didn't want me there. And not only threw one Molotov cocktail through the window, but two to make sure that it burnt down. Once they found out that it was politically involved, they just stopped the whole investigation process on the arson that took place on my restaurant. So I knew him. I knew him since, oh my God, that's in 1992. So I've known him for many years. So when he reached out to me and said that he was in a bad place, that he's living in his car, and he didn't want to see me because he wasn't looking good, I'm like, look, dude, and all of this text is in the hands of my attorney. I'm like, look, I don't care how you look. I'm going to help you. And so he came over and he thanked me for helping him. He took one of the bedrooms on the floor that I'm renting. Well, I'm leasing the whole house. So I'm leasing the whole house, but well, again, I can't come up with a freaking term. So anyhow, whatever the term is, I'm kind of like living rent free, but I have to fix things up. So anyhow, so he's all grateful for me taking him under his wing. Next thing you know, he's coming home drunk. He's freaking threatening my guests. He's acting, well, it's the drugs, acting out of control and not right. And he's continuously stalking my Facebook page. So now when he tore the upstairs apart, he was looking for a cigarette pack with crack stems in it. So now I know why he was tearing the upstairs apart. So I freaking took a photo of that, posted it on my Facebook page. Didn't even mention his name. Didn't mention his name. Just said my last tenant. He's calling other people, trying to get them to stand in his corners to be his character witnesses. And they're laughing at him behind his back, reaching out to me, letting me know that he's calling out to them. The man needs help. The man needs serious help.
Now, so when this whole argument happened at the property, so would you say how you responded towards him was self-defense?
Oh yes, without a doubt.
Like, were you
he marched down extreme. He left the area after he gave me my phone back. Then he turned around and left the whole area, went in the house. And then turned around, and this is on the first floor where all the utilities are. Turned around, came marching out aggressively, very fast, went around the campfire where I was on the back side of it with my back on a bench, and freaking came right up to me. And I stood up and I put my hand out to stop him from aggressing me. And he looked at my date. See, he's touching me. He's touching me. Like, holy shit. And then he put his eyes at me, got Froggy to jump at me to take it to the next level. And we went at it. I defended myself.
Yeah. So at the end of it, is that what happened? He ended up falling into the fire.
We both wrestled to the ground, and we went to the ground, and he ended up in the fire. I ended up busting my knees up, but I wasn't going to leave my date there. So when they asked me if I needed medical attention, I told them no, because I wasn't going to leave her there, and I figured that they were just going to leave with my witness telling them that he attacked me. And next thing you know, I'm the one getting arrested, not him. So I thought my knee problems would go away in a week or two, but I'm 60 years old. So it didn't go away. So I waited 2 weeks in hopes that the pain would stop. It didn't. So I'm a veteran. I'm a disabled veteran. So he attacked a 60-year-old disabled veteran, at a campfire. And so
was it just the three of you there, or was you, a lady friend, and then him?
Me, a lady friend, and him. Correct.
And around what time did this happen? Like around 10 at night? Is that what you said?
It happened at 10 because I'm an early bird. So it happened between 10 and 10:15 p.m. because the text I received from him, an aggressive text, was at 10:18. It came to my phone. So, but he had already approached and attacked me before I got the text. So I didn't hear my phone go ding. And he was already in my face.
How long had he been living there before this happened?
He was only there for approximately. He was only there for a couple weeks. Never received any mail. All of a sudden, he decided to speak to somebody, and then all of a sudden, he decided to start getting mail there to try to plant his roots or plant his feet, so to speak. So he had never even received mail until after that incident, and he had also attacked the roommates at his previous location, which they reached out to me and told me how he attacked one of the roommates. Well, he just got out of the hospital, and that guy's name is Buffy, Buffy. So you can write that name down. So that was one of the tenants, besides what he calls his girl that he put into the hospital that had a restraining order out on while he's on my phone. You can't make this stuff up.
So this was really, it seemed like some type of argument about his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, the one that had a restraining order on him.
There was an argument in his head that he thought I was trying to get his girl. Well, I had a girl at the campsite fight. So then he gets up and he says, this is what he literally said in front of the girl and me. He gets up, he looks at me before he stormed into the house and came back. My girl has the ass of a 15-year-old. I looked at her, she looked at me, we both looked at him. He understood what he said, he changed it. Oh, my girl's ass is thin, unlike your girl's ass. So he puts in a report that I must have got upset with that comment. First off, you left after you made that comment. You walked away, you went in the house, you mulled it over, got aggressive, got heated, and then came back out of the house and attacked me. You know, so it's not that he wants to make up all these different things and reasons why I would get upset with him. I'm 60 years old. You're freaking, you can spew at the mouth whatever you want. I'm not going to ruin my date night because you want to say that the girl that I'm with has a fat ass and the girl that you have that has a restraining order out on you, you know, but looks like it's 15 years old. Oh, shoot.
Sense as to why he also didn't get arrested?
I have no idea why he didn't. All I know is that when the police car showed up, it did not show up with lights, did not show up with sirens. He spoke with apparently in hindsight, instead of using his own phone, he went to the neighbors, which is beyond me. Then finally the ambulance shows up. It doesn't show up with a siren or anything like that. Once the ambulance showed up, then the cop put its lights on. Then the two officers came out. So they showed up all casually. And I know he's got the gift of gab. And they probably, was just like, he put on the beers and tears. And they just, I don't think the officer was happy when the officer was like, so the officer approaches me on the bench where I'm sitting. And the officer's name was Kriya. So it's nice to know a lot of people. Evidently, he's a retired cop from Waterbury. Already put his 20 years in there. And he's part-time in Thomaston. So he approaches me. So now his back is to the fire pit, which has already got knocked back further than it was. It was actually closer to the bench before we fell down and knocked it backwards. So now the fire pit's probably 2 foot further back. And he's like, well, how did he end up in the fire pit? I'm like, look over your shoulder. You see the fire pit right there? No, I'm not a happy camper. I'm like, it's right behind you. If we fight, you're going down and you're on the side of it. You're going to end up in it. And I don't think that me being excited the way I was sat right with his ego. Because when he was booking me, I told him I had a nickname, and I filmed him, and he wasn't happy I was filming him. So I filmed him, and he mocked my nickname Biff in silence with his lips. So he knows who I am.
Oh, is that your nickname, Biff? Is that what you said?
I got the hard way. So a gang called the Roll and Drive Gang decided that it would be comical to beat all the freshmen up in the head because to biff someone means to strike with a hard blow. So I was 145 pounds. I just moved from Waterbury to Prospect, Connecticut. And they ran around the whole bus and punched everybody in the head, laughing, thinking it was funny. Then after they punched me in the head, they looked at the other people on the bus. And they're like, well, who is this guy? Oh, he's new to town. He came from Waterbury. Oh, well, he's got to get biffed twice. Get it? We have to biff. So then they biffed me in the head. Every morning I get on the bus, they thought it would be funny to punch me in the head to biff. So that's how I got the nickname.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is kind of messed up.
That's not fun.
No, it's not fun, but it got me to go into the basement and work out for 6 hours every other day until I was able to stand up against them. And when I stood up against them, they were like, "Oh, dude, it's all cool. All you have to do is ask us to stop beating on your head," and we would have stopped. That would have been the joke of a lifetime. "Excuse me, fellas, will you please stop beating on my head?" I mean, that would have been a joke. Yeah. That would have been forever. So then after I did that, they were like, "Well, you've earned our respect. We'll stop calling you Biff." I'm like, every day I got off the school bus at high school, you laughed at me and you told everybody my name was Biff. I said, it's going to stick now. I'm going to keep it as a bad man.
Yep. Let me ask you this. So you're saying, Ryan starts this, you end up kind of wrestling to the ground. If he ends up on the ground and then it gets into the fire, or do you guys stand up again? How does that work?
We went down. He was in the fire. My legs were stuck underneath his body. And I'm like trying to get I'm trying to get out from under him while he's on top of me and in the freaking fire. And I'm freaking out like panic mode to get out from under him. I'm like, this guy's freaking 50 pounds higher than me. I guess you didn't like that part, that I was stuck under him. Did you not like that part? Okay, too bad this doesn't have pause, because pause would be nice. Okay, so let's go. Let's go here. Go here.
You have 2 new voice messages and 7 saved messages.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Somehow we lost connection.
That's all right. Yeah, you were just telling me that.
Right, so we went to the ground. He ended up in the fire. My body is stuck under his body, and I'm trying to get out from underneath him. It was not fun to be in panic mode trying to get out from underneath a guy that's bigger than you, taller than you, heavier than you, and a decade younger than you while you're a disabled veteran.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: what's the height and weight difference, do you think, between the two of you?
Well, he's, I think, 6'2". I'm 5'9". He's 250 or 60 pounds. I'm 209. I'm 60 years old. I believe he's, I'm 60. I believe he's 50 or 51.
Got it.
I'm a disabled veteran, and he knows I'm disabled and that I can't work, and so I try to hire other people to do what I can't do. So he's well aware of my disabilities, and I'm not flexible and I can't move.
Now, do you have like a roofing company? You own a roofing company? Do you hire people out to do that?
Well, I 1099 them. So because I can't do anything and I'm a disabled veteran, I 1099 people to try to do what I can't do. And because I probably only get about 10 hours worth of week for a couple people, I don't even have the monies to get people full time or to get actual monies rolling.
Now, are you on disability, or are you on?
Yes, I am. I am on disability.
Got it. Yep. Is that through working, or is that from your veteran status?
From being disabled in a veterans.
They don't have it. There's another one right down the street that says 1 minute away. So
I'm helping somebody that had a flat tire, driving around for them to find a tire for their vehicle. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I got disabled in the military, so I have a disability check. And it's not a lot, but let me tell you something. It's been a savior to keep food in my mouth and gas in the vehicle.
Yeah, no kidding. Let me ask you this. So the house where you're living, is that 311 Railroad Street in Thomaston?
Yes, it is. All you have to do is Google it, and you'll see the corporation that owns it. It should be right.
Yeah, that's A to Z Spiritual Healing Center.
Exactly.
So, isn't that you? Because you're the principal, you're the agent. I mean, are there any other members of that corporation? It seems like it's just you.
Nope, you would be incorrect.
All right, so there are other members?
Yes.
Okay. let me ask you this. You don't have to give me their names, but how many other members are of the A to Z Spiritual Healing?
No comment.
Alright, let me see here.
See, that wasn't too hard, right? just Google the address and find the owners.
Well, true, the assessor. I just went to the assessor database.
What, hey, Deb.
Yeah.
I want you to write down Steve Biff Saunders.
Yeah.
All right. So they started a documentary on me about 5 months ago. So I want you to ask him if he saw my eyes glow red. And if he's honest with you, he's going to say yes. But anyhow, I am an officiated exorcist of the church.
Yeah.
And Steve Biff Saunders is my Facebook. It's also my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can actually view the validity. So I don't like the term medium. I like the term sensitive.
I'm sorry. The GPS told me the same.
I like the term sensitive because I do connect through the realms and the other side. Do you know who Ed and Lorraine Warren are?
Yeah, I do.
I'm in their museum. So when they showed up at my country club that I owned, upon everybody else saying that things was happening, she freaked out when she met me, and she's like, "Oh my God, you were sensitive." And I'm like, "I know I'm sensitive." She goes, "No, not sensitive, us sensitive." So I see things that most other people don't, Dad. So
sensitive to like other realms and things like that.
Yes. So I'm lucky I'm not in an insane asylum around drugs.
What's this? You said there's a documentary? What's that all about?
So the documentary is they're filming. A whole filming crew is filming live exorcists, and also one of my gifts is able to connect people to the other side directly so that they can see and talk to their loved ones themselves. So one of the ones that'll blow your mind is if you go to connecting Kim to her daughter on the other side, you're going to need an hour's time and you're going to need a box of tissues.
So you're like a medium? Is that what a medium? Is that what it is?
I am.
Got it. What's you said something about you wanted to send me maybe something in an email. What's your email?
Steve, Steve.
Yep.
Biff, B as in boy, I as in India, F as in Foxtrot, F as in Foxtrot. Saunders, Saunders. And that's at gmail.com. I suck at emails, so send me anything, just say hello, and then I will find the last video that I filmed him aggressively standing at the top of my stairs after the incident, bouncing up and down. First he's doing like Bruce Lee. I don't know if you saw any of Bruce Lee's movies where he does the nunchucks. So he's doing the nunchucks with his shirt around his body, trying to be in a threatening pose, standing at the top of the stairs. Then after he gets done,
how soon after this incident did that happen? How many days, weeks? What do you think?
I would say at least almost 2 months after, because it took me 21 weeks to get him out, and that happened probably in week 19 or week 20.
And you evicted him, is that right?
Yes, I evicted him, correct.
Was it just you two living at the house at the time, or was there anybody else living there?
Just the two of us.
Got it. And how many floors are there? Are there 2 floors?
It's a 2-story, 1 family, correct. 2-floor, 1 family.
Got it.
And he chose for the privacy from the 1st floor walking up to the 2nd floor. He's trying to tell people, I put him up there, he's a victim, I promised him this, I promised him that. No, you went up there of your own free will and cognizance. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Now, all right, let me send you an email. If you've got anything, I know you said you're bad at emails. I'll send you an email right after we get off the phone.
You're going to love that film because it doesn't make him look good, that's for sure.
Yeah, you said that was a few weeks after, right?
No, more than a few weeks after. 19 weeks after the event. Yeah, I also have emails where he texted the girl at the campfire and showed her where he cashed in his 401 with about $3,300 and said, "Do you think he wants me to move out? I got the money to get another apartment." But yet he doesn't get another apartment, but he stopped helping me out with the whole $150 a week so that I can slowly try to put the place together.
No, that was the agreement. He's going to pay you $150 a week.
What's that?
Was that the agreement? He was going to pay you $150 a week?
Yes, he was going to give me $150 a week, and then he was going to, fix the upstairs. But apparently he didn't fix the upstairs, did he?
So I'll send you a quick email if you've got anything that you want to send me. I'm going to end up, obviously Ryan is my client. I'm going to end up talking to him, but I can't, make any type of guarantees of what he's going to want to do with the,
He's reaching out to people now trying to say slander. It's only slander if it ain't true.
That's true. I know, that's true. Right.
I only have 3 years business law. Well, actually, 1 year business law, 2 years restaurant law under my belt. So I went back to college at the age of 40, and I made the dean's list, and I was upset that I didn't make the president's list. And they looked at me like I was crazy, and like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, isn't the president's list higher? They're like, yeah, no. I thought it was I didn't know that the president's list was the president of the high school. Stupid me. I thought it was like a president's list of the country.
That's funny, yeah. The country club that you owned on 24 Plank Road, what was the name of that?
Biff's place. So after I got the nickname, I stood proud by it.
Got it. Alright, let me send you a quick email. Again, I don't know what Ryan's going to want to do with this his injuries in case it gets you,
Once you see the video of how he's threatening and antagonizing me at the top of the steps, it reminds me of someone who tried to sue me when I had the country club. So because I know a lot of people, the person who got into an accident turned around and went to another bar after he left my bar. Then he went home where he made it safely. Then he went back out to another location. So with the law firm that he hired, when they told me, I'm like, look, I know his every move that whole night. I'm like, if you want to continue with his case, I suggest you drop me, or I'm going to freaking let everybody else know that he made it safe and sound at home. And then that alleviates half of your list of people you're trying to sue.
True. Sounds like it.
Like with his incident, after he gave the phone back reluctantly, thinking I'm trying to get with the girl that he has a restraining order out against, he left the area, went into the house, was safe and sound before he returned aggressively and got in my face.
So it seems like he went upstairs or whatever. And how much?
He went downstairs on the main floor.
Okay. And then how soon after that did he come back outside? Was it like 5 minutes, an hour?
No, it was only like 3 minutes. He went inside, he was only in there for like 3 minutes.
And then right after when he came outside, he confronted you?
He came straight down, right into my face, chest up to me.
Now, had you all been like drinking that night? Like what was going on? We were just kind of hanging out? What was going on?
The body camera will answer that question for you.
All right.
You'll be able to, with the body camera, check the demeanor of both parties, which is another thing. Because if he was drinking, the police is not supposed to be taking a statement from somebody who would be intoxicated.
Right.
So that would be a he said, she said. So all you'd have to do is just watch the body cam, listen to the vocal cords of both parties, and make your own judgment call on that.
True, that's true. All right, let me obviously talk to Ryan. I'll send you an email. If you have anything, any videos, anything like that, feel free to send them to me.
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Yep.
Take care, bye.
Bye.